Welcome back to our 2024 coverage of the Penn Relays. I'm Joe Solomon on the Kids Hub Media Network, and joining me today is Dr. Sandra Lindsay, Vice President of the Public Health Advocacy at Northwell Health. Also on set is my co-host Alika. Dr. Sandra, welcome.
Thank you, Joel. It's so nice to be here with you.
Thank you for coming on set today.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. And it's a pleasure to meet you.
Okay. You received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Joe Biden in 2022. Could you describe this moment?
Oh, absolutely. It was a distinct moment in my career and also in my life. When I got the call at first, I thought it was a prank. And I missed the call at first, but when I returned the call, I got this exciting news. And I thought I was going to fall down. I was standing up. Thankfully, I was standing next to a table, so I held on to the table. And it was just such a proud moment for me. But immediately, my thoughts went to what this would mean not only for me and my family, but also to all the people that I identify with. So my fellow Jamaicans, the Caribbean, women, black women, healthcare worker, nurses, immigrants. And I just share this medal with all of them. And it was just unbelievable, surreal. So that was when I got the call and got the notification. So when I actually got to the White House, that was a whole different level of pride. My Jamaican pride came through. And I remember meeting the Vice President of the United States, and she said to me, when you go on stage, make sure you stand there and just soak it all in. You deserve to be here. And I don't want you to rush through this. Just take it all in and be proud. And that's exactly what I did. And when I go back now and watch the videos, I did exactly as she said. I stood there and I just, soaked it all in. Because this is not just for me. This is for all those other people that I mentioned.
So what's your connection to the Penn Relays?
So I've been coming to the Penn Relays now for years. It's my first time back since the pandemic. My high school isn't here, Glenmere High School, but I love track and field. I'm Jamaican, and so I come out to support all the teams that come out and participate. I'm not a runner, but I can appreciate a good track and field meet.
So for me now, you are the author of the book First in Line, right? Could you tell me a little bit about your book? You guys okay?
Yes, Alika. So First in Line is my labor of love. I've been working on this book for a little over a year. People see me and they see Dr. Sandra Lindsay as the first person to be vaccinated in the United States and the Presidential Medal of Freedom recipient and a number of other accolades, right? But there is a story, there is a journey. And what this book does, it chronicles my journey from my humble beginnings, growing up in Jamaica, having this dream of always wanting to be a nurse, then coming to the United States with that dream and, with all the other values of hard work, perseverance, respect, among so many other values that were instilled in me, and really pushing through and pursuing my dream of becoming a nurse. It also talks about my years of being in the Boogie Down Bronx. That's where I came when I just got to the United States. My educational journey, starting with my associate degree from Borough of Manhattan Community College to my doctoral degree from A.T. Still University, my 30-year career at Northwell Health. It talks about my challenges and my triumphs, the opportunities, It's a book that really, every time I read it, I get emotional. And so I think it will resonate with people. It's a story about patience, resilience, courage. Of course, it goes over how I became first in line, and I'll save that for the readers. And, it also talks about some disparities and health challenges we have here in the United States, but also around the world. But I tell those stories through my own lens and my own experiences with some of these inequities. For example, when I was pregnant, and that story, and the discrimination that I faced and still happens here today. And it's a call to action book as well, about health disparities. What do we need to do, and what can everyone do? So I'm really proud of it. And I say, if this book inspires one person, resonates with one person, then I consider it a success.
Oh, that's amazing.
So the book comes out officially 7/23/24. That's July 23rd. But it's available now for pre-sale on Barnes and Noble and Amazon.com.
I'll definitely save the day.
But you can buy it now, pre-sale, and I may sign it for you. You never know. But really, really proud of it.
You were the first person in the United States to be vaccinated against COVID-19. How did this impact those closest to you? And in hindsight, would you be the first in line again?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, I didn't know I was going to be first in line.
You didn't know?
No. I just wanted to get vaccinated. I was a big advocate for vaccines, working as the director of critical care at that time, on the front line at North Wales Long Island Jewish Medical Center, and just seeing what I was seeing, the senseless deaths, the disease, the harm, the pain, the suffering. I knew I wanted to get vaccinated. And, as God would have it, that I would be the first in line. And, I'm not a spotlight person, so I don't crave the spotlight. So if I knew I was going to be the first in line, would I still do it because of the spotlight? Probably I would shy away from the spotlight. But as God would have it, I became first in line. And I am happy, grateful for the opportunities to be on different platforms, including here with you and Joel, to just, share my experience and to share how important it is to not only take care of our health, but when we have public health crisis and where we need to step up, we need to step up. And we need to do our research and really just trust the science. Of course, you weigh your pros and your cons. And at that time, I weighed my risk versus my benefits. And the benefits of getting vaccinated far outweighed the risk. So, for my family, I only told my brother and my son that I was getting vaccinated that day. And we were all like, okay, cool. We didn't think anything of it. And, my mother later learned. Of course, they're all proud of me, and not just for getting vaccinated that day, but for the work that I've done since then, to instill public confidence and to promote health and health equity.
That's just amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, Dr. Lindsay, for joining us on set today. It's been a pleasure. I love this story. Oh my God. I will definitely be purchasing that book.
My pleasure, Alika and Joel. Thank you so much for having me, and all the best to you. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And to our viewers, thank you again for tuning into the Kids Hub Media Network, giving youth a global voice.